Hey, what's up, everybody? This is an Indie Comics Review, and I'm your host, Lorenzo. Uh, this time I'm doing a book called I Walk with Monsters. It's written by Paul Cornell and art by Sally Cantorino. This book it looked good from the description and from the cover, from what I've heard about it, but it's really kind of a downer, to tell you the truth. A lot of people would feel that way, I'm sure. It's not necessarily a bad book, but this is something that's really dark and it just deals with a subject matter that's sensitive to a lot of people, and it could be triggering to a lot of people. Um, but the story and the art, I should say the art is good, and the story, I don't know, I don't know. We'll just get right to it. Okay, it's about this girl, and it opens with this girl in this situation with this. She's been abducted, and she's bound, and she's talking to the guy, and he's about to open his bag of torture devices and tweezers and horrible things that you use to do horrible things to people. And she's very confident, and she's talking like, hey, she's not phased, and she knows what's going to happen. Then what happens next, spoilers in this, there's no way around it because it happens early in the book. The abductor, who has done this before, is attacked by one of, or this girl's companion, who is this man who can change into, I guess occasionally changes into this monster, this horrible beast, and he promptly disposes of the abductor. And the girl is just like, hey, well, thanks for not getting any blood on me this time. And she's just so cold and calculating. That's kind of what's kind of like off-putting about this story, I guess. So after this happens, the pair move on. They discuss what happened a little bit. They go over, I guess, and there's some flashbacks also. It's hard to tell. But I think when they change the color scheme, that makes it a flashback, because it's a little confusing. I think they're flashing back. At least the girl is flashing back to a time when she was on a farm. Turns out this killer, this molester, this murderer, whatever he is, he lived on the farm, and they're leaving the farm after he's killed her. He's killed him, the killer, or the awful person, and they're talking about past times when she was on the farm, and this is where it's not really clear, because in the flashback it seems like she was raised by a man who may or may not be her father, and she had a brother that she just loved him as a brother, or she's not really sure what kind of relationship they had together. And she's flashing back over this, because this is where she began her, I guess, this is where all the horrible shit that happened to her began. And there's just more flashbacks, and these kids are, I don't know if he's a kid, he's kind of a young adult man, whoever this companion of the girls is. They're hitchhiking, and they're deciding where they want to go next. They apparently seek out places where missing children have occurred, and they look for the predator, and dude kills the predator. That's the thing. They go from town to town, killing predators, which is a good thing, of course, I suppose. But it's just their attitude is just so dark and mechanical. You're wondering why they're doing it. It's not they don't enjoy it. It's like maybe they're doing it out of duty. They feel they have to do it because they feel like they're doing the right thing, because these people have to be stomped out. And even though it's something that's triggering and painful for them to keep doing, they do it anyway, because it's a service to the world. So yeah, they hitchhike. This woman picks them up. They're posing as father and daughter. But you think, oh, you're a father and daughter. No, we don't pick up hitchhikers, but this time I'll make an exception because, hey, what could go wrong? You're father and daughter, right? You even kind of look alike. So they go through that whole routine, and they get dropped off in another small town. And this time, the woman who gives them the ride mentioned that we got a fair going on, a state fair or whatever kind of fair, county fair going on in this town. And this brings up more memories for the girl. She flashes back to a time when she and her brother were brought to a fair by this father figure, or whoever this person is that raised them, or ended up with them in his custody. And the father took the kids to the fair, and it appears that he sold the boy to some important man, they say in the story, a politician. And so they're looking for the politician now, and she's trying to find her brother. And that's where the story leaves off. And wow, man, I just gotta say, this part of me wants to get issue number 2 because I want to see what the hell exactly is happening. But part of me is just like so bummed out by this that you just want to leave it alone. I mean, I guess maybe I'm missing something. Maybe the storytelling is not filling me in. Maybe they're trying to leave spaces that would be filled in later, and that's part of the writer's storytelling. I don't know, but man, it's dark. And if you got kids, if you are a kid, you should definitely not be reading this. But a lot of people might just be warned that I really can't actually recommend this. I mean, if you're curious about what a pedophile destroying monster team might be and how they might get around, and it kind of reminds you of there was a trend for a while. There was like this whole rape revenge movie thing, like hey, it's okay because we get the bad guy in the end, but along the way, people who've never been in this situation don't realize that a lot of people get triggered just by the journey itself. And just by showing this stuff, there should be trigger warnings on it, because a lot of people won't be able to deal with that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a kind of a bummer to end on, but that's my take on this story, and that's all for this Indie Comics review. Now, if you'd like to see more content of this type, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notifications button so you can be notified when I post a new video, which is for the review videos, usually 2 every Tuesday. As I'm on a groove right now, so I've been doing 2 every Tuesday, but at least 1 a week, and usually on a Tuesday. So until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.